been 2 months.
Well, welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines. And Tom wanted me to stress that this is 2023.
Yes.
Because I'm likely to say 2022.
2023.
Yes.
So this is the new year, new show, new backdrop, as you can see. I'm not sure how long this one's going to last, but we've got a few changes around the place, so here we are. Gentlemen, how was the off-season for you?
Oh, so long.
Yeah.
It was too long.
Well, we had the World Cup, which was at least helped.
Boring.
Oh, it was good. I liked the World Cup.
Didn't
It was
count.
great. I loved it.
No seagulls running around, didn't count.
Didn't Seagulls have anyone in the team?
Jake.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we had players on all the teams.
Yeah.
But, you know, still wasn't my team.
Okay, wasn't your team. So this year we're going to try and change things around a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and bear with us because we are going to do it like we did on Facebook as well. But I'm also going to try.
We're a little bit crazy. Yes, sorry,
I
Steve.
tell you what,
I apologise, Steve. Continue.
we're barely 1 minute and 5 seconds into it, and you're already giving me a hard time.
It's my job.
Okay,
Go.
and serious face. And we're going to also try and set this up as a podcast too, except my other computer isn't working, so I've got to try and work that out. So, you know, a few technical hitches, but we're here for you. We want to try and really grow the show this year. We want to try and get a lot more viewers,
Yes.
listeners if it's a podcast, viewers if it's on Facebook.
We want lots of likes.
Look, if I can get us on, Foxtel, then that'll be good too.
Oh, it'd be good for them.
It'd be good for them. Their ratings would skyrocket.
Skyrocket, yes.
Could you imagine us sitting there with Cooper Cronk and Braithen Astor?
No, actually, I couldn't.
Actually, no, you shouldn't talk to Braithen. You shouldn't be in the same room as Braithen Astor.
Why?
Because you shouldn't.
What? Why?
Oh, because I've heard you before. But before we get started, I want to remind you of something.
Yes.
Oh, far out. So he does these things without notice.
No, I want to remind you about this last year
Why would you bring that up again?
because I think we should do it again.
I'm not doing it.
Well, I wasn't talking
I
to
like
you.
watching you.
I'm challenging you to do it again. What do you think?
I want 3 rounds before I decide that.
Do you want to keep that photo, please?
No.
Listen, take that
Yeah,
home.
I do.
I know an idea. Why don't we put it out to the Facebook viewers to say,
No.
why don't you have a bet with one of your mates, and then you can post that on Facebook at the end of the season as well.
Yeah,
How's that?
Brian.
Yeah. But I'm not doing it with you until after 3 rounds.
Well, do it with him because you guys will be battling out for the bottom of the 8 anyway. All right.
Right.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
You don't believe me?
Nope.
Oh, can we get onto something interesting?
I thought we were.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen,
Yes.
let's get serious.
Serious.
Tom wants to get serious. Let's get into this.
Game face on.
Okay, top 8, gentlemen.
Yep.
Brian, would you like to go first?
Sure. I actually went through the whole NRL ladder predictor.
I can't believe you had time to go through the whole season
Yep.
on the ladder predictor.
The whole season on the ladder predictor. And I've come up
Some
with
of
some...
us work.
Some of us have jobs, exactly.
I've been... Seriously, there was a weekend, man. I've been dying for this.
We
So-
were actually occupied on the weekend. I think you might have.
And last weekend, and the weekend before. Man, this draw's been there for ages, man. I'm pumped. I want the season to
I
start.
barely had a
Oh,
weekend
dear.
off.
All right. So,
All right, go.
So, I've actually got mine in order. Can I do mine in order?
Yeah,
Oh,
order is
well,
best.
apparently that's what
Yeah,
we were
order is
supposed to have
best.
done.
Because
so-
I have a clear 8.
Okay, go.
And fortunately, within that 8, there's locked positions. So I
Okay.
have an equal first.
Okay,
And this surprised me.
Okay, go.
okay, go.
Storm. I don't know how, because I don't think they're any good. Rabbits.
So this has got nothing to do with your opinion. It's just
Yeah,
this
it's just my
computer-
opinion.
It's a computer spitting this out for you.
No,
But it was his opinion.
I
that
put
the
it in
information.
unbiased.
Oh,
and
okay.
Storm, Rabbits, and Roosters all came out equal first.
Okay.
And I'm going, how did that happen? Because where are the Panthers? Well, they're sitting on 4th. And then I have in 5th spot the Sharks and the Eagles. And then I have the Raiders and the Eels, which means
Oh.
the Cowboys have dropped out of the 8. And I thought to myself, how did the Cowboys drop out of the 8? But they did. There you go. That's my 8.
Okay, so go through them again very quickly. You had
Uh,
Rabbits,
Storm, Rabbits, Roosters.
Storm Rabbits, Roosters.
Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, 3 despicable teams.
Yep.
Panthers,
Yep.
Sharks,
Sharks,
Eagles,
Eagles,
Raiders, Eels.
Raiders, Eels.
Yeah. Well, I'm surprised because I don't think the Eels will make the 8 either. If you were to tell me that before I did my ladder predictor.
Okay. Thomas.
I just realised that I made an error. Oh, that's good. Okay, so I had the Rabbitohs in first position, the Panthers in
Goes
second,
without saying.
the Panthers in second, the Roosters in third, the Sharks in 4, making up the 4. And I've got the Cowboys, the Storm, Manly, and the Eels making up the bottom of the 8.
So
Okay.
the
What-
Raiders dropped out.
Raiders dropped out.
Why did you put the the Rabbitohs first?
Well, I like their pre-season form. I thought they looked pretty cohesive, and I think they're going to hit the ground running at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Whereas the Roosters tend to be fast finishers as a rule.
We beat them too. Yeah, beat you back.
It was a trial, Brian.
Anyway,
It was a
no,
trial.
I thought the Rabbitohs trial form was very good. Yeah,
Okay. All right, my top 8. Rabbitohs,
no surprise.
Roosters.
At least I can be objective.
Oh, he actually went the Roosters second though.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I actually think, if we're talking about that later, I think it's going to be a Rabbitohs-Roosters grand final. Anyway.
That's the next question. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Roosters, Panthers, Storm make up the top 4.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys, Eels, Sharks, and Broncos.
I'm surprised you've got
But-
the Sharks so far down.
Well, yeah, I think they might have a bit of a
No, I think
hangover
Sharks-
from last year.
I think
But
Sharks will be good this year.
I got to say, I'm questioning Broncos, and actually in ninth spot I've got Sea Eagles because I think they could swap.
Well, my question for you, without notice, gentlemen, is: so you've given your top 8. What team would you say you'll want to make it? Like out of those that you don't have in the 8, what team are you thinking? Oh, if only that'd make a good 8.
Tigers.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to see the Tigers get in the top 8. And look, I wouldn't even mind seeing the Bulldogs get in. I think they're an outside chance as well. And if you were to pick a dark horse, then probably the Bulldogs.
No,
But
Although the Dogs were pretty ordinary against the Sharks.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a dark horse, but I'd like to see the Knights.
I think that's a long shot.
Oh no! I'm not saying it can possibly happen because I've got them in my bottom 4.
Well, have you picked a wooden spoon?
I can't pick a wooden spoon because I've got 2 teams that I think are terrible, and that will win like only a couple of games at
Who?
most all year.
Who?
That would be the Dragons and the Dolphins. They are woeful.
I think the Dolphins will go better than what you're expecting.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I've got the Dragons. Sorry, Barry. I've got the Dragons as my spoons. There's just too much turmoil going on in this team, and it's not a good team. It's not a good team. They're not playing well, or they haven't been playing well, and they're going through some turmoil. I think that's bodes poorly for them.
yeah,
What about you?
I actually think either the Warriors or the Knights.
See, I think the Warriors will improve this year.
I don't
They've
think.
made some good buys.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they promise a lot, don't they?
They
Always.
do.
But middle
They
of the
do.
bottom half is where I'm thinking.
See, I think St
so.
George are too good a team to be bottom. I don't think
please.
they will. No, I don't think they
Tell
will.
me who's good, Hunt?
Yeah,
And
I mean, they've got a number of good players in their
Got
team.
some young.
did you hear the Crickets?
A lot of youngsters.
Yeah,
they've
that's
got a lot of
right.
youngsters, and they're
They
not
got-
improving.
they-
You know what? All teams have good youngsters except for the Roosters. So you can't talk about that.
They've got
They-
lots of youngsters.
They don't. Yeah, you just buy them.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sorry.
please go onto Facebook. We will post our top 8 on the Facebook page tonight, and we challenge everyone else to do the same thing. Please tell us your top 8. Please tell us your bottom, your wooden
Spooner.
spooners.
And we're doing the GF and the Dally M.
Let's do the
Long
grand
range-
final.
long
Yeah,
range
let's do the
forecast.
grand final. Like I've already said, I think my grand final is Rabbitohs Roosters,
And I've
which
got
I
the
think
same thing.
would be horrific.
Oh yeah,
For both of us.
Oh, just it'd be awful. Whoever loses is just going to be.
It would be, and the problem is there's also be a bloodbath on the field
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we had 7 sin bins in the preliminaries. This will exceed that by
So,
far.
Well, of my top 8, I've been saying all year Roosters, Panthers.
Grand final.
Yeah, but I'm happy if Manly make it.
Of course you are. Of course you are. And the Dally M. I mean, I know we haven't kicked the ball yet, but
Well,
what do you reckon?
because Manly will win the comp, it'll be on the back of Tom, and he will win the Dally M.
Yeah. Well, I got Teddy, Nathan, or Latrell. I can't.
Yeah, and I'm probably the same. I think those 3 are the 3 to
What about Tom?
Well,
If he's fit,
That's the thing.
that's the
If
big
he's
if.
fit.
That's the big if.
if he's fit,
Hey, listen. If Tom is fit, sure, throw him into that, and make it four.
Saw a couple of training runs with him the other day. Gee, looks like he's bulked up.
Yeah. We've had plenty of time.
Wow.
Gentlemen, how do you think the Dolphins are going to go this year?
Well, I picked him for my spoon, so there's that. I don't think they can win more than 3 games.
Wow.
Well, who do you think they could beat?
I think they could quite possibly beat. So on my little ladder predictor, I had them beating the Dragons, and I had them beating the Titans.
The Warriors.
Yeah, and I think the Warriors away. The three teams. I couldn't. It just. I just. They're not on paper. They've got a lot of talent, but they've got no wow factor. You know, like in every one of the big teams, like even then we're saying who are the Dally M's? Well, we've all picked Rabbitohs, Roosters, Penrith, hopefully Manly to the grand final, and they've all got the big wow player. Yeah. All of them.
Yeah.
And
the Dolphins tried and they couldn't get a whole heap of
Yeah.
players. They wanted Ponga, they wanted Munster, they wanted Grant.
So yeah, I'm actually comfortable saying if they win more than 3 games, I think that's a successful season for them.
And you agree?
Oh, I don't think they're going to win many. I think it's cohesion is the problem. They've got a lot of old players. They've got a lot of experience. Those Melbourne players, they've got a lot of experience, but they're getting old in the legs, and they're going to have to lead those young fellas around. And I think their halves, Milford is past his best by a long shot.
Wow.
This new kid, Eli Katoa, I think it's Eli Katoa. No,
Yep.
Eli Katoa's a Melbourne guy.
Isaiah Katoa? Yeah, anyway.
Isaiah Katoa, yeah. Anyway, he's a half of a lot of promise, and Sean O'Sullivan's a good player.
Well, Katoa's made the team ahead of Milford. So that just
Well,
tells us that.
Milford's trial form was absolutely abominable.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, they don't have the wow factor. They don't have halves that you go, geez, they'll win you a comp. That's the thing. Whereas all of our teams have got halves pretty much that would win you a comp. Well, Cherry would. I mean, I think Schuster's still untested yet. And your half, well, again, you've got a young half with Cody Walker, but you've got
we got the experience. Yes, young half, but the rest of it is you've got Cook.
And in fact, we're all in the same boat because Sam Walker's still, he's still a youngster as well.
I've got to say, I actually think the Dolphins will do better than you expect, and I half expect though. I don't think they'll make the 8, but I think anywhere from about 10 to 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So hang on. So you're saying they're going to beat what teams like what?
Newcastle?
Titans? Oh, well, yeah.
Titans?
Yeah.
Raiders? They're going to be
No,
the Raiders.
I don't
Raiders
know.
were a
They're
top 8
Raiders.
team last year.
No, they weren't.
Barely.
They were, and you're right. We're writing them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, as I said, I think they can beat them. I think they could possibly beat St George. I actually think there's a few teams.
Wow.
Because the one thing you've got to consider is that while it's not a team of superstars, it's not going to beat the South or the Roosters or Melbourne or any of those. Wayne Bennett is very good at putting a team on the field that will be competitive.
Yeah.
And if you
until they get blown away.
If you turn up and you think this is going to be an easy game, they're going to do you.
Oh, there are no easy games. I would say.
Teams still turn up that way.
I would say the easiest games would be against the Dolphins.
I think you'd be surprised.
All right, we'll see.
I think you'll be surprised.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. That's right.
Back me up here, Tom. Just
Yeah, you're right. Time will tell.
Why should he back you up?
Because I'm right.
No, I'm thinking middle of the bottom half.
Okay. Bottom.
Oh, so you've changed your mind?
No, I said before, middle of the bottom half. I think. I mean, what 6 games, and you're in that position probably. So or it's a bit more than your 3.
3 if they're lucky, same as the Dragons.
Anyway, I hope they don't win the first game. That would be a real embarrassment, wouldn't that? Oh, Roosters are slow starters.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
It would actually.
Well, I guess say Roosters are slow starters.
They are.
You keep playing Manly and beating us. We are slow starters.
This is Tom being pragmatic.
No. Last year we got beaten by the Knights.
Yeah.
The year we were in the comp, we got beaten by the Tigers, and they were woeful at that stage.
Anyway, what's your next point,
Yeah.
Steve?
Go on.
Because I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Well, I want to talk about the Roosters and the players that they're able to buy.
Yeah.
And look, I get in the paper yesterday was the teams, all the teams and their salary caps estimates. Now, that wasn't saying that that's what they could. No. I'm supporting them. Bear with me. I'm not saying that was the article wasn't saying that was their contracted, but that's what their values are. And it's true. The Roosters have probably on value the most of any other team.
But who is right just behind them?
South and Penrith, I think.
And yes, but I mean,
the successful teams, no doubt.
Chalk and cheese between them. I mean, there was probably $500,000 between them.
I know, but what I guess what I'm trying to also understand is how the Roosters can sign Dom Young on what would be really good money. How they can also then get from the Panthers Spencer Leniu.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and also was after Flegler.
Yeah. Well, no, they wanted Flegler or they wanted Leniu.
No, they wanted both.
Yeah.
If you read the articles,
that's what 360 said. But you know, I think if they got one, they would have been happy. But you remember, Hargraves is more than likely going to leave. He's on 750.
Yeah.
Tupou is probably going to finish up. He'll probably go to Super League.
Because you've got Dom Young, you've already written him out.
And look, I don't think Jackson Paulo or Corey Allen will last very long. I don't think they'll last.
They won't play.
Which they're not on a lot of money, but that will free up some money as well. I mean, people can make fun of it, but the point is, if you've got a club that has a good culture, that has a premiership winning coach, people will often take unders. You look at Brett Morris. He sat down with Trent Robertson and he said to his agent, "I don't want to go anywhere. Just make a deal with them."
Yep.
And that's the kind of. I mean, I'm not saying Manly doesn't do it. I'm not saying the Rabbitohs don't do it. I'm just saying that the Roosters are very successful at getting their man, and they'll take unders.
I
Daniel
question.
Tupou has taken unders for the last 5 or 6 years to be at that club.
Look,
he could have been dumped after a World Cup campaign that he was very successful
he's
in.
31
and playing State of Origin. But don't worry, we'll
He's
dump
31.
him. We'll dump him for another player because there's loyalty. There's loyalty at that club. No, I think it's I think it's all crap because I'm going to say something here that Steve's going to probably have to edit out.
Hang on, let me. Ding.
Right, ding. We're editing out. Right. The players are currently at war with the NRL over money.
Yeah.
So they go to the Roosters for less money. I call bullshit. It is not. It is 100%. They're all in it for the money. Everyone is arguing about money. Except if you go to the Roosters, you take unders. No, not buying.
Yeah, I think there's something funny going on as well. But
no, and I am dead serious.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this today because I knew it would come up. Every single player is after the money. And if they get caught off guard and they're asked, it's not about welfare and conditions, it's about money.
Yeah.
We want a bigger slice of the pie. Except, and like I said, and I don't know how the Roosters do it. We'll go there for culture and less money.
But
I don't buy it.
But your argument is...
I don't buy it.
You don't understand it. But the Knights offered Dom Young more money to stay than the Roosters did.
Yep.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can only go by.
So
what's reported.
Okay, well, let's look at Mitchell Moses. He's going to stay for 1.3 at Parramatta or 1.4 to go to the Tigers.
1.2, I think.
Well,
1.2.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to lose like $300,000 over $1 million.
No, it was 1.2 to stay. It was 1.4 to go.
Tigers, yeah.
So he's going to lose $1 million over a 4 or 5 year period.
Yeah. So
it's a big loss, $1 million.
Yeah, but we're talking like now Dom Young signing for 300 because that's what. Let's face it, that's what Daniel Tupu's on, and that's who he's replacing, as opposed to a club that offered him 800 in the Dogs.
Dom Young, they offered him 800.
That's what the rumor is.
Well, see, you need to talk about the Dogs then and see where they
and that's a good point too about Dogs.
So hang on, but that's $500,000 a year.
No.
Like, no way do I buy it. I don't buy any of it.
Well, there's also some people actually want to be successful in their career as well.
Yep. I said, but every time
you're not going to be successful at Newcastle.
Every time they open their mouths, it's about money. So
I think an interesting point was made yesterday, though, that the contacts and everything that you have at the Roosters is exceptional and probably not available to many other clubs.
Yep.
Which is why I said last
After
year, and you
football.
guys shut me down, but I think I still say it this year, that third parties should be made public. So Dom Young goes 300,000. How do we know there isn't a 500,000 third party somewhere? So now he's on
Well,
800,000.
unless it's in a paper bag, it's being declared to the NRL.
No,
Third parties.
not the third parties.
Third parties don't need to
They've
be
been able to
declared.
list the third parties of all the clubs in the papers.
No,
No, not the players associated with those third parties.
Okay.
Just so there's a dollar figure.
Yeah, and so that's what I think we need to get to. We need to say this is how much the contract is worth. This is how much the third party is worth. And
I
again,
would be happy for them to be transparent about their salaries. I think that would then
No.
get people off the Roosters' back because I just think they manage things well.
I mean, that
you know?
again in the paper it said Jordan Maladja, who's playing for the Philadelphia Eagles from South Reserve grade, is earning 95 million. You can go online and you can find out how much he's earning.
Yeah, I know.
Nice,
Bloody
nice,
The NFL.
nice going from $5,000 to 95 million. I mean, hey, Philadelphia, I'm here. I'm here to play. Trust me.
I can take one hit up for, I don't know.
Hey, with that padding and helmet, I could take a couple.
You can take two, I'll take one.
All right, gentlemen, let's have a talk about the games coming up this weekend. To start off, round one
Yeah, get
of
them off
the
my back.
NRL, get them off your back. Sorry, I just have to find it. I lost my spot when we were discussing those things.
Yeah, no, just you go off on a tangent and
Wasn't really a tangent.
lose,
It was a
lose your
tangent.
sense of
It was.
reality.
Okay, the season is opening with Parramatta and Melbourne Storm. Gentlemen, who's going to win this game and why?
Storm.
Yeah, I tipped the Eels, but somebody significant is out of their team, I think. Oh, yeah, the Eels team. Well, they don't have Madison. They've lost Niokoro. They've lost Papali'i. There was somebody out of their team, I thought, that was a regular. I can't remember. Anyway, look, I went Eels by 2, but I think I'll be changing that to the Storm.
I've gone Storm by 8.
Yeah, I've gone Storm because they're just strong starters.
Yeah.
They're consistent from day one, and I think they'll continue. to be
And I
consistent.
think Parramatta are going to struggle this year. They'll still make the 8, but they're going to struggle. They've lost
Oh, I hope so.
some good players this year.
I hope they do.
See, there's unobjectivity. So he
I
picks
did-
on
yeah,
the
but-
Roosters,
Yeah, but
and he says
I-
he's objective,
I
and then
did-
he says, I hate the Eels.
this
with a
whole show
passion."
is based on biases.
I
Trust me.
did
Why do you
put
think we're sitting here
I
and
did
wearing
put the
these?
Eels in my 8. As I said, I don't know how that happened.
I said you'd finish top of the comp.
And I said you'd finish
And
second.
that's hateful thing to say that.
Dear. Where,
Storm Steve?
it's Storm, by 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm changing the story. Yeah, I realise it.
Warriors and Newcastle. Now listen, hang on. Before I ask this question, there's not a game where you can say, I don't care.
No, there's not.
No.
All right?
Not this round yet. I'm leaning towards the Warriors.
I've tipped the Warriors at home.
Yeah, but I'm not so caring about home. I'm more worried about Ponga playing at 5'8".
How do you think you'll go?
He's terrible. That they tried it, it failed. They said he didn't have a halfback outside of him. They bought Jackson Hastings, great move, but Ponga's one of those players that will, if you look at how many head knocks he's had, now he's going to be defending in the line.
And he's got to run into the line to get. He's got to get hit in the line. when he
And
runs.
you know, good 5'8s, take the ball to the line and play it late. They get hit. Have a look at Kieran Foran. Gets hit every game. I'm concerned for Ponga's welfare playing at 5'8".
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think it's a great move. I think coming from the back line, I think he's exceptional. I don't think he'll be able to cope with it.
But Lockie Miller at fullback and Hastings in the halves
Yeah.
is sensational.
Yeah, it should help. Should help a lot.
Hastings will drag those backs into the game.
And they've got Brayley in 9, so
they will score
The spine's looking good.
lot of points.
All right. I've gone Warriors as well.
Warriors. Yeah.
Okay, next one on Friday night is the Panthers and the Broncos.
Right. It's at Bluebet Stadium, Panthers home. Panthers were smarting after losing the World Cup Challenge. So sorry. And I think they'll bounce back.
Yeah, no, I'm hateful.
I was going to say the
I
same
was
thing.
just glad to see somebody else win the.
I
World Cup
am
Challenge.
sad and disappointed that the Panthers lost the World Club Challenge. I am disappointed in them and for their fans. and they will beat the Broncos.
You are
substantially.
not.
I am so.
You are not disappointed.
I will never ever go for an English team over an Australian team. Full stop. And I don't hate the Panthers.
Even the Eels. You would support. Hey, quick, mark this down. You will support.
Can I just say? Well,
rest statements.
Preface.
No objectivity.
Preface this. That means the Eels have to win the cup.
But you would support the Eels.
No, it won't ever happen.
No. That's not the question I'm asking you.
This is too hypothetical because it won't happen.
All right, so
dear.
we're all
Okay.
going Panthers?
Yeah, we're all going Panthers, I think. I do fear for the Panthers this year. That's why I haven't put them top this year, because losing Coruscant, I think they lacked a lot of drive the other day.
Critical.
And kick out on the edge.
And Taylor May's got ACL, I think.
Yeah, he's gone for the year.
What did you think of that tackle?
Don't remember it.
I thought it was innocuous. I actually thought that the third player in hit him quite high while he was struggling to make meters.
Yeah.
And then slipped down. I'm actually really surprised that people are saying ban the tackle. Like
I think they're just saying ban the third player.
Well, then you know what? Two players come in, the play with the ball stops. Because if he's still going forward like May was, you've got to stop him.
Yeah.
And it might take 3.
Yeah, but
what happens if Payne Haas gets on a roll and stands in front of, I don't know, who's your halfback? Ilias and Walker, and they're holding on to him as he's running forward. What do they do? Say, don't worry, boys, he'll stop eventually. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but
you're in trouble.
But I don't think the Panthers are going to be as impressive as they have been the last couple of years.
Appy's a big loss.
I don't know. I'm surprised they would let him go. Why would you let him go?
Big loss.
Anyway, next game.
All right, next game. We're looking at the Manly Sea Eagles against the Bulldogs.
At Sandpit.
At the Sandpit.
Unbiased people here.
It's not the Sandpit anymore because they've upgraded it.
No, they've got to play on pine cones.
4 pints.
You can call it whatever you
It's brookie, let's face it.
I know it is.
Manly.
It's a dive.
Manly will win. You feel happy now?
Yeah, because I know Manly will win.
I've put Manly down to win, but I tell you what, I think the Dogs will turn up. And I think
Doesn't matter if they turn up. How many tries will Tom score?
There's a lot of hype.
Is Tom playing?
Tom's playing.
Well, that'll be his only one game for the year once they tackle him. Once Kick-Out gets him.
Kick-Out can't catch him. Kick-Out isn't... Ooh.
How's his hamstring?
Actually, yeah.
How's his hamstring after going to... He did go to America, didn't he?
Yeah.
Tom? Yeah. No, apparently it's all back and all right. Like I said...
Because he went off with a shoulder last year.
Yeah, it was his shoulder.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like he injured his shoulder when he went over to stop the ball and it ripped out. Like, I know people are saying injury prone, but it wasn't his hamstring.
Yeah. He just did that again and another time.
Yeah, twinged it during training.
All right, North Queensland and Canberra.
North Queensland by a canter.
Yeah, I've got North Queensland as well.
The heat will be on for the Canberra Raiders, and they're not going to like it.
I've got the Raiders.
Ooh,
yeah,
yes.
I'm just...
Whatever you're smoking, I don't want any.
I'm not convinced about the Cowboys. You look at all the rosters, everybody's changed. Everybody's upgraded, tweaked.
Yeah.
Never signed anyone.
Formula.
Yeah, we signed one.
Yeah, never signed anyone.
But yeah...
Stability. They're talking stability.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not... I know I'm gonna have egg on my face. There's a good chance I'll have egg on my face. Just not convinced about the Cows.
All right, so you've gone Raiders, you've gone Cows.
Yeah.
Cronulla and South.
Hang on. No, Cows are at home. I've actually...
Yeah, Cows are at home.
Yeah, I'm trying to log into the tipping app on my phone and I can't. I have picked the Cows at home. Okay. So my apologies.
After all of that, we just wasted 2
Yeah,
minutes.
no, sorry.
2 minutes.
Yeah. I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced.
Still not convinced, but they're going to beat the Raiders. Who's putting his top 8, by the way, and not the Cows?
Correct.
You got any idea what you're doing tonight? None at all. Okay, Sharks and the Rabbitohs.
Look, I've tipped the Sharks on this. I think it could go either way because I actually think both teams are in excellent trial form. And no, I'm swapping now. That's the reason I'm swapping because Nico Hines is out.
Yes.
So I'm going
is
the
he
Rabbitohs.
out or is he? He is out. Okay.
I'm going the Rabbitohs.
Okay.
That's the reason I'm going to Rabbitohs too.
That makes me happy.
Otherwise, I was thinking the Sharks.
All right. Dolphins and the Sydney Roosters.
Please.
please, Dolphins, please win.
But he won't tip them.
No.
No, sorry, Tom. No one will be that stupid.
And in the tipping comp, I tip footy. Have a look at our Facebook page for details. I've picked the Roosters as my specials this week.
Knockouts.
Yeah,
me
so
too.
have I.
Well,
Everybody will.
It should be a safe bet.
It's the only
It should be a
guarantee of
safe
the whole
bet.
weekend.
It should be a safe bet.
Okay, and the
and
last
the last
one,
game.
West Tigers and the Gold Coast Titans.
I've gone the Tigers. It's at Leichhardt or Campbelltown or something.
You like
isn't
that?
it? Yeah.
Yeah, go on the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going to go on at you know, I was going to say, you reckon Brookvale's a shocker?
Yes,
So,
I do.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about our footy tipping competition
Yes.
and
Fantasy League.
fantasy league?
Well, Fantasy League's
Which,
full.
by the way, I don't think Tom is in this
No.
year again.
No.
No, Tom doesn't know enough about football. It's quite plain and simple.
See?
So I tip.
Plays the man, not,
Plays
not
the
the
man.
ball.
Well, okay.
Let me talk. You interrupted me now.
yeah.
So I tip footy. So go to the Facebook page. There's I tip footy setup, so anyone can join. The login is there. Feel free. And we do have a fantasy league team. And if I get any requests, I'll continue to add people to the league.
But I thought you said it was full.
Yeah, but
Is there a maximum?
Oh, you can?
Yeah, yeah.
In fours or something.
No. You can have any number. I think we've got 20 at the moment, which takes us starting at round one.
No, 20 people in the footy tipping or the... That's the footy tipping, we've got 20. We've only got about 12.
12,
yeah.
sorry, 12 teams, yeah.
Yeah.
So feel free to join up. It's good fun.
We've got 18.
You learn a lot about different players when you when you have a fantasy league team.
I did notice we have a few new ones there.
We do. A lot of
The-
names.
what's
We
the-
should knew who these people were.
What's
Dude.
is the Irk?
The Earth.
The URQ
Yeah.
Oh my
and
goodness.
Y Young Rabido.
Yeah.
You branching out to China?
Yeah, no, I'm not. No. But welcome to all those people who we
Yes.
don't know, but I'm
Excellent.
glad to see you're on our footy tipping.
If I could log on, I could tell you who you are, but I can't log on, so I don't know. It's Steve's house.
That's right.
No worries.
I don't know why you can't log on, but anyway. Maybe we haven't paid
If
our
you can
bill.
sit down for an hour and tell me what Supercoach is about, or whatever it's called, I might have a go. But you'd have to explain it to me.
It's really simple.
Right.
It's really
I'm
not.
really simple.
It's not. It's simple. The concept is simple. Putting the team together is
It's
really
complex.
difficult.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's really simple to understand.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
All right.
We're going to call this to a close. Anything intelligent one in the show?
You say that because everything I say is
but
intelligent.
he's always going to say it.
I'm always
Everything
gonna
I say is intelligent.
Well,
And
one
see,
day,
that's the least intelligent thing he said.
and one day we will find something intelligent that he says.
Yeah, look, I reckon by about round 3 or 4 we'll have a good idea of how the Dolphins are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Tigers, Dogs, Manly, those teams that have had a bit of upheaval, and we'll find out whether stability really is
Yes.
the key to winning your comp. Stephen, that's all I have to
Well,
say.
I'm interested to see that as well. But keep in mind that South do have some young, inexperienced backs.
Nice. He's making excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses. I picked this as coming first, so no excuses.
We've got your cast-offs.
Yeah, you can have them. Oh, please, you
Yeah.
can have them.
I mean, it's all, yeah.
I mean,
That's
I'm
right.
looking forward to Isaac Thompson. Isaac Thompson's huge,
Mm.
and I'm looking forward to him.
Is he a back?
Yeah, he's a
playing-
winger.
playing on
A
the wing.
winger.
He's a winger.
Mm. Very tempted to put him in my Super League.
Yeah,
Fantasy team.
I think he will be the standout. I'm looking forward to Isaiah Tass as well, but I think Isaac will be the standout this year. I really do.
Interesting. All right.
So nothing? Okay.
Can't wait. Let's go.
All right.
We should get together and watch a game sometime this weekend.
We should.
I'll be watching them all.
We should.
Every game.
We could do it together if you wanted to.
Football. My wife is a football widow. I can't
Again.
wait.
I hope
right.
you're watching, Kayleen.
No, she doesn't. She hates
Slap him
football.
around the head a few more
She hates
times.
it. She hates it. All right. Sorry.
All right. Thank you for watching. This is NRL from the Sidelines as we start 2023.
Yes.
Big year coming up, big year in football. And as I said, get onto our Facebook page and put down your top 8, put down your wooden spooners, and make any comments that you like. And when you see the show, share it around because we want to increase our viewage.
Viewership.
Is it viewership? Viewage?
Viewership.
Okay, that one
Yes.
as well.
Let's do it.
All right. Thank you for watching. See you all later. Bye bye.
Ciao.
See ya.
Log my